Good afternoon. On behalf of Hospice Simcoe, I'd like to welcome you to this service of remembrance. My name is Lori, and I'm the Spiritual Care Coordinator at Hospice Simcoe, and we're glad that you can join us for this special service today. It's a very important time when we come together to remember those that we have lost. And we're so glad that we could join together. And while we wish we could be together in person, we hope that knowing that people are coming together virtually in solidarity at this time will give you some comfort and peace. We know that this is a very emotional time, and we hope that although it can bring pain to remember those we've lost, that you will also know that this will be a safe place, a time to honor all the emotions that you're feeling, and a time to light a candle and remember the ones that you are missing. While nothing can heal our loss, coming together and remembering intentionally can bring comfort and hope. I'd like to begin with a poem by Pam Harvey. We remember because it gives us purpose. We remember because it gives us hope. We remember because it gives us a reason to meet each day. We remember to give them honor. We remember because when we do, it brings them here to where we are. I'd like to invite Sonja, one of our volunteers at Hospice, to come and lead us in a responsive reading of remembrance.
This is a responsive reading, and after I say a line, I would invite you to respond with the words, "We remember them." Our commitment to remember. In the rising of the sun and its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
When someone dies, one of the aspects that is particularly hard to bear is the thought that they will be forgotten. We don't want them to be forgotten. We want to remember all of the beautiful ways about them, their unique laugh, the way they walked, the things they loved to do. And so in order to honor the people we've lost and how they lived and who they were, it helps to listen to memories. And today we're going to be speaking the names of loved ones lost. Since some of you watching may not have had a chance to give us the names of your loved ones, at the end of the reading of the names, we will have a chance and an opportunity for you to speak your loved one's name as well. So I would like to invite one of our volunteers, Debbie, and one of our nurses, Jen, to come forward now and to lead us in the speaking of the names of the loved ones we are remembering today.
We speak their names because they are part of us. Everything that we do, everything that we are. We speak their names because they are still, and always will be, a part of our lives. Terrence Allen, Tom Alusis, Mary Anderson, Michelle Ailey, Stuart Atkins, John Braun, Jean Brown, Clarine Buchanan, Wayne Calder, Jan Chotanovsky, Chris Collingborn, Jim Cummings, Kenneth Harry Farmer, Ross Farr, Robert Forrest, Rolly Grantham, Kimberly Ann Green, Fred Gunder, John Harley, Bernice Harris, William Holman, Frederick Howe, Lynn Hunt, Eugene Jesperson, Pauline Jones, Bill Kerr, Jenny Kitagawa, Jean Coetsier,
Ernest King Larkman, May Leggett, Philip Lowe, Heather McClellan, Barb McClellan, Margaret Milsom, Jackie Moisey, Anne Marie Moliski, Dave O'Donnell, Kim O'Hara, Walter Pollard, Mary Rattray, Kathleen Rochon, Peter Seed, Barbara Shaw, Alex Shatuka, Bunny Snyder, Jason Reginald Donald Stevenson, Piper Etta Stevenson, Amber Stevenson, Barbara Stockley, Tony ten Veldhuis, Peter Berhoul, Jack Waters, Carol Wingfelder, David Yule, Glenn Zaharia. And now we invite you to speak the name of your loved one out loud, wherever you are.
Throughout the world, light is a beautiful symbol, signifying hope and remembering. Light brings warmth to a cold space, illumines darkness, scatters doubt, and shines like a beacon, even during the most difficult of times. We are gathered here to remember those who have died and let them know that their light still shines. So we will now begin the candle lighting. One light for each name that was read here today. And we invite you at home to light a candle at the same time in memory of the people you are missing. Their light still shines.
Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort. It is there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer. It wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. Some say love is holding on, some say letting go. Some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of change. Like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, thy memory of love will be of you. My memory of love will be of you.
And now I'd like to introduce one of our volunteers, Lyne, who is going to share a reflection that she wrote for today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very thankful to share this reflection with all of you here today. It is entitled Grief Gallery. One of my favorite things to do at this time of year is to drive to the Bradford Greenhouse's garden gallery. I love to walk alone and admire the holiday decor, the decorated trees, and also experience the holiday scents and sounds. I find peace with just a stroll. What if we were to imagine another type of gallery? What if we could enter a grief gallery? What could we possibly find in a grief gallery? What comes to your mind when you think of grief? Some might say sadness, loneliness, love, despair, anxiety, anger, presence, etc. Grief often brings forth these feelings and attitudes and more. So what would the feelings and attitudes of grief look like in a gallery? Let us use our imagination for a few minutes. Imagine the most beautiful building you have ever seen. It is constructed of chocolate brown barnwood. On the property, beautiful trees are present along with plants of all colors, lining the path to the double doors. Before you even get to the door, you feel that you are in a sacred and safe place. As you enter through the double doors, children greet you with their smiles. These children practice silence and carry much compassion in their hearts. They are fully present with you throughout the gallery. No words are used as they guide you to the exhibits. The children know that silence is an important part of the grief process and that it helps people think more clearly. The children hand you a scarf and a fabric pen for you to write your loved one's name on it. You wrap this scarf around you or carry it, knowing and feeling the presence of your loved one. As you take your first steps inside, a child holds your hand. They specifically take your left hand and hold it with both of theirs. You soon see what the gallery holds. Specially decorated barn tables covered with gifts. Gifts like you've never seen before. Beside the tables, wooden rocking chairs invite you to have a seat and simply reflect or meditate. Candles are lit and you feel warm, safe, and calm. Above each table, words are displayed on suspended barn boards. The most beautiful font is used. You soon realize that the words all have a common theme. They are all attitudes and emotions that we feel in grief. The first table you decide to visit is the loneliness table. You notice beautiful open gift boxes on the table. These boxes hold written quotes, statements, poems, questions, and other writing. You soon realize that the gifts on that table are referred to as the gifts of loneliness. You reach into a gift box and help yourself to a very special handmade piece of paper. On it you find this statement: "Tell me about your loneliness." You sit on a rocking chair and find specially cut pieces of paper and a dark green pen. You reflect upon loneliness, and as you write, you realize that one of the gifts of loneliness is that it possibly inspires you to reach out to someone. You then set an intention of reaching out to a friend in the following week. You keep that intention in your pocket as you trust yourself to follow it through. You then gently and silently move along to the next exhibit. You choose the anger table. You are curious as you notice the open gifts on this table and wonder what kind of gifts the emotion of anger could possibly bring. You reach into one of the gift boxes and find this quote: "Anger tells me that a situation is upsetting or unjust." You sit on the rocking chair nearest to you. A child stands beside you and holds your hand. The child looks at you and knows what you might be feeling. That your loss shouldn't have happened like that or at this time. You had so many dreams. It's just not fair. As you sit with the child and feel anger at the death of your loved one, or at people or institutions, you realize that anger does not negate the love you feel for your loved one. You are angry and feel love at the same time. You think of what a friend has shared with you about anger. How this friend would hit a pillow or a punching bag or throw rocks in the water to release anger. You now see anger with a totally different perspective. You see its gifts of helping us understand our position on certain things. You have values and boundaries, and when they are crossed, you face anger. You decide to befriend anger, this anger that you are feeling. At the same time, you plan to not let it win every hour of every day. You silently make a plan to release some anger in the next week and accept to continue to give it the attention it needs in your journey. The child releases your hand and gives your legs a hug. You continue on your stroll. You notice the word presents. You walk silently to the presents table. You see the gift boxes. This time, you close your eyes and randomly take the first paper you touch in one of the boxes. You pull out a short activity that invites you to notice your surroundings with your 5 senses. You start rocking yourself in the large wooden chair. The writing says, "Take the time now to notice what you are hearing." You listen attentively and hear only the rocking chair's legs on the wooden floor. Other than that, what you are hearing is silence. It feels soothing. You continue to read what the activity proposes. Take the time now to notice what you are touching. You feel the piece of paper in your hand. The temperature of the piece of paper is the same as that of your hand. You are also touching the wood of the rocking chair and the soft throw covering your lap. Everything is warm and smooth. Take the time now to notice what you are smelling. You smell the scents of cedar and juniper. It is a fresh scent like no other. Take the time now to notice what you are tasting. Beside the rocking chair, on a handmade wooden table, is a glass bowl. Candies fill the bowl. You take one into your mouth for the sake of the activity. It's sugar and spice and everything nice, and leaves a soothing aftertaste. Take the time now to notice what you are seeing. You look around and see people walking and sitting alone. Some have their eyes closed. Others have their heads down. Some are writing. Others are reading. You can feel that much soul work is being done in this grief gallery. you decide that you might like to do this activity again on your own when you start feeling overwhelmed or anxious. There are so many more exhibits of emotions and attitudes in the gallery. You continue your journey towards fear, calm, pain, and love. Everywhere you find gifts, you feel blessed. As you leave, you make a plan to go back to the grief gallery every day so that you can continue to reflect silently with the children. You know that all of these attitudes and emotions are going to move through you as you travel through grief. You vow to be gentle on yourself and honor your feelings. Thank you.
A reading by Molly Fumia from her book Safe Passage. Where are you? I have been searching for your continuation beyond the boundaries of my small space. I have wanted to believe you still exist somewhere else, somewhere separate, but near to me. I need only to look inside of myself. I will find you there. Shining steady at the end of a silver thread of love that will connect us forever to the most powerful truth that has ever been or will ever be.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. And I'd like to thank all of our volunteers who helped prepare this service of remembrance and those who are here today. We hope that this service has been a help to you and might lift your spirits just a little bit, knowing that your loved ones were remembered and that we are together in our loss. We have support for you at Hospice Simcoe through our bereavement programs, and you can contact us anytime. All of our information is listed on our website. So again, thank you for being with us today.